For store position, and then after I finish talking about the store position, for A position, we are going to hire for 8 employee at least. We cannot reduce one position, because it's very important for giving the customer services, for customer service employee and loader position. There's 2 positions we cannot reduce, because this is for customer service, give it to the customer. And for our employee side, also receiving employee, this 2 we cannot reduce. People are useless. They don't want to carry the heavy subject. And also what else? And also for pricing, right? For pricing and promotion, before we are working together. Right now, I separated out this out for pricing, and pricing is for one position and promotion for one position. Promotion is together with the customer services as an elite. So I already made for 2 position, loader, for loader and customer, for loader and cashier. I mean, for loader we cannot reduce. Loader and customer service employee are the same. And also cashier. These 3 positions are giving totally pure customer service. At the cashier, all the customer want to flirt during checkout. They want to talk a lot. Even at the checkout. I mean, for store friendly policy, it's really, really dangerous. Getting it, increase the store sale and also profit. But all the employees need to flirt. It means don't say flirt, just say politely or friendly. Make conversation with the customer. So see the point? That 2 position. That two position is for self-service. That position, customer service and cashier, flirt. See that one? Loader and customer service for self. Customer service and cashier for flirt. Don't say flirt. Friendly. See that one? This is for harassment. For receiving employee, this is for employee to don't do really minimum pay, poor. For heavy stuff, they cannot lift. Even for heavy stuff and normal one, we need to differentiate these 2 out. So it will be all the employee can work, can take all the position, all type of position job. So if we sort it out, that one, 2, that 2, 2, that 2, and also this 2, that position we clear that one out, that the problem solved. And also before we have pricing and promotion, the pricing, inventory, and also what else? Pricing, inventory, stocking, and conditioning. This 4 position on the floor. If we are hiring different position a lot, so we can combine all those stuff, and then just put one employee. They can work like a runner, but they got a good name. This is the position I got, department specialist. It is rental ranking called department specialist, but they put me as a runner at the Champagne Maya. All 4 positions together, one job title, runner. Runner is too cheap. Don't think it that way. We give you so many rules. You have authority. Department specialist. When you got department specialist, the American woman, do they have good minded? I'm also lower risk too. Oh, Kelly got a really nice position. Kelly got so many power. Do they have that kind of good minded for you to have so many responsibility? Then you got fired. Am I right? When you think yourself you are runner, they won't fire you. When you think yourself you are very, very, really special, like a manager, department specialist look like a manager without getting paid for 3 times paycheck, and you will get fired. Who have that kind of from bottom of the heart generosity? Am I right? We need to solve all the problems very clearly. What kind of possession we can reduce? If we reduce the possession, what kind of people will get become more we can reduce the harassment in here. Don't fight with me that oh, Kelly need to change point of view. Don't see that it's kind of a harassment. If they can take that one, not to see as a harassment, go for it. African give their suggestion. This is increase store say and treat everyone equally. Then give the job to them. They are really good at that one, right? Why should I need to fight with them? If they say this is a nice job, from bottom of your heart, increase the store say. Why should I need to fight with them for getting this position? They already want that position. Am I right? Don't fight with me for that one. So I already made that all the position very clearly. And also like after I finish all the position, I need to change for manager. Manager want to take manager power. So they just taking like they are from evening shift to they just take like morning shift, day shift manager position. And also my manager, my line leader, Emily Snyder, she said like all the manager in the store, all manager for all employees. Is she a good one or am I a good one? Should I need to say I am a good one? So shameful. Am I right? Should I need to say like this to everyone? Should I take their name by myself? It is not necessary. But if I didn't point out that one, oh, Kelly is very classy and Kelly discriminated to the lower race. No, don't fight with me that all the stuff. See all the stuff very clearly that which one is like trying to give like employee to the lowest position. I already poor. At the time, I'm almost homeless. At the time, I was just came back from Taiwan. Without that paycheck, I'm homeless. They still fire me because I couldn't work for African. All the whole setup, I already see that one. They went from bottom of your heart, work for them. They got manager position. The cashier manager is another department manager. She just got promoted. She was a cashier coordinator or a really junk cashier at the time. When I started working in the Champagne Maya, her position is a junk position. And then she got promoted as a cashier manager. She want to hire me to work for her. So how will I feel? Oh, don't compete with her. This is for Competition Act. Everyone needs to feel nice because she is the one complain that I'm rude. Because when she saw me, that kind of face. Walking like a manager or walking like a rich. She want to talk to me. She just tested me that I kind of like, Kelly, you need to say hi and thank you to me. Okay, that kind of face. That kind of runner or coordinator position. How do you see that two women? Are they fighting or are they have like discrimination? The same, both is it. You need to see like kind of like this is like we are attending college. Not even like sorority life. I'm not that pretty beautiful one. So when you see like kind of like rich one or grandiose, maybe I can take the grandiose. The first time we met, I saw her as a gem. Maybe she is a coordinator cashier. All right? She want me to talk to her. Hi and thank you. What that kind of face? Do you see the direction, like the intention for both women? Is that a fight? Is that really necessary? I just came back from Taiwan and I'm totally broke. I don't even have desire mind to fight with her. So, for June further, want to fight, competition, or grandiose? From my side, it's very clear, grandiose. Am I right? How about from her side? I cannot differentiate these two. Maybe competition, maybe like she has inferiority and then she feels herself like, oh, she also rich. So she want me to work for her, right? So she has both. Am I right? So when you see the differences very clearly, I show them like kind of like it happen in the store level, so we need to arrange for the shift manager. Like even if they have manager position, they want to like show that you need to work for me. They also have the desire, you need to work for me. The poor, but it is upper race. Oh, don't think that way. Don't feel like poor. Don't think like upper race. Even American need to work for the African. So how about our next generation? Oh, just like sue her like for race discrimination. We cannot solve this problem like in the store level. Everyone both sides. She also have to make mistake. I also have to make mistake. So because of that one, oh, we have cross training. You need to work for her. Then we have the right to turn down the job. Or if you turn down the job, you are doing race discrimination. So what should we need to do? How about our poor American and Chinese? We are higher race, but we are poor. Because of poor, I think you didn't get a degree or like you didn't have the experience at the work. You need to work for them. Is that fair? That's why that we are facing like discrimination problem at the store level right now. It is not we don't need competition at. Alright, this is reality. So I just made like for shift like for 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. with an hour lunch for daytime for regular shift. And also I made that for evening shift from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. and have an hour lunch time. We need to only have the one shift manager for evening shift. The whole store, like even like Maya Walmart is a very huge store. We only need one shift manager because like from 5 to 11 p.m. the customer coming into the store are very decreased. Except like city area, even like urban area, even like rural area, and also like for Chicago like a little bit like far away from the city area. We can put only like one shift manager because like shift manager position is 3 times salary of the minimum pay employee, at least 2 or 3 times. So when I put a position, like, I need to calculate like how much money like are we going to spend for the manager position, and then can we reduce the position because we need to hire for a different position for employee. Also manager position, we also need like very to control the whole store, we also need the manager position. But we don't need like for every department. Even like Maya have like for grocery side, even have like 5 or 6 area. And also like for GM side, we have like 7 or 8 department. So like are we going to put like 15 manager at the morning shift, evening shift, and night shift? Do we have that kind of a lot of money to hire a lot of manager, but may not hire that kind of manager? May not have 3 manager for each department. They are spending like wasting their, I don't want to say waste. They think like it is necessary. They hire like a 3 manager to cover all the shift. Even like they hire cover for all the shift, and also like they have like each department have 3 manager to cover all the shift, and also like store manager, the whole store have the 3 manager. That 3 manager rotate and cover for the shift. And then the store manager, the African, his name is Justin. Technically, he is not store manager. He is a receiving manager. And then they want to test me that I have discrimination minded or not. They just give him the rule. The receiving manager, he got the receiving manager. One of the store manager called off and he took the shift. And then he just came to my area and he just took right like just only like 12 feet away from me. And he just took and watching me. It's called like checking the employee to check like their performance like this way. Why do you see me? Am I too sassy, or am I too smart, or am I too geek? Or am I too old school and too discriminated rude? It is not necessary to check employee like this way. But I also have the discriminated rooted mind. Everyone can see that one. And then if I complain, we can't even complain for that kind of manner as a harassment. Because like if I open my mouth, they will see like you discriminated to the African. If I go to the police station said like it is not harassment. At the store level, they are working their job and checking the employee. See that one? So like because of that one, like we are going to like put like all the shift manager, Emily Snyder from Champagne Maya. All the manager in the store are manager for all employees. Stop saying that one. Someone is taking advantages of that kind of behavior. Because they are using like only one sentence. We are testing all the employees. Don't they have the discrimination root or not? Not that way testing. And also like night shift manager, shift manager are not store director. Shift, not shit. Shift. And do not let all the employees know that all night shift and shift manager are store director. Oh, night shift manager from Champagne Maya, he just walked over night shift. And then the next morning, I worked from like 7 a.m. When I came into the store, he's the same like Justin from Champagne Maya. He just come close to me. I'm store director. I mean, sometimes like, come on, they have the inferiority, not that kind of inferiority. Because of I'm acting like this way, they think like kind of like they can make the blow out with me. Blow. Am I too cheap? Or am I too friendly with everyone? Am I too friendly with everyone? How many white guys were friendly with me? Nothing is fair. I mean, nothing is free and it is not fair for everyone. I also have the inferiority with the American too. All right. So every employee can choose their own boss and they can turn down the position. All right. Because shift manager taking the shift, ordinary manager, like for department manager, took the store manager shift and they just want to be like, just approach to another department employee like this way for Justin for Champagne Maya. And also Champagne Maya, night shift store manager. He just like in the morning shift, like he need to clock out at 8 a.m. and then I came in at 7. Only 1 hour. He just took himself like he is a shift manager. Because of that one, we arrange all the stuff. Only 1 hour, he just like, okay, it is part of his job. But like for an hour, he just want to stay beside me. I know that it is like blowout. But I'm not that good-minded to give the blowout to night shift African manager for an hour. Okay? And then like check with his schedule and he didn't clock out until like 10 a.m. I hit on Josh Kim as store director of the Champagne Maya. Though, so how do you see me? I hit on Josh Kim. He is white. And that African manager want to be blow out with me. Not hit on me. Blow out with me. And show me that like, oh, he's very innocent. He want to be my friend. Nothing is fair. I mean, like, I have my own inferiority too. I don't want to talk about like the vendor from Champagne Maya. He just close to my area and he just want to talk to me. I even talk about that one. He just wear like the same clothes, the same color with me, and then like he just came to my area and then asking like, oh, where can I find Josh? Where can I find Erica? Where can I find this? Where can I find that? Not even on the floor, at the back side too. He just waited and he just came to the back and then like waited for me for several times. So it's just like part of the job working together. Then I can take that one. Then you can make a move. I didn't see that one. You are making a move for me. You are just looking for blow out, right? Right? It is no move. It is for blow out or working friendly as a team with a vendor. Really? Am I too Americanized and working like? How do you see me? So like because of all those stuff, like we need to have like kind of like for every shift have their own manager and like Like night shift manager is a night shift manager, not night shift store director. Maybe night shift store director, not for the whole store director. Because store director and store manager are differences, right? Store manager means just a department manager. Store director means the whole store director. But at a night shift, evening shift, only one manager for the whole store. Only one manager for the whole store, you will call them like store director. Then I'm working like a department specialist. My boss have like 5 days a week. 5 days a week working, and then 2 days she got a day off. And then that 2 days I will become like department specialist manager. Did I get paid for manager salary, or did I get a role for manager position, manager role? I mean, I don't want to fight. I mean, it is like kind of like fighting like every single one. I mean, like it's really necessary. Are we going to put all the store director for night shift? Is that fair for store director? They work really hard and they got a position for store director, and then like they are supposed to work from 8 to 5, or maybe like 9 to 3 only. Before they are working for only 9 to 3. Right now, Josh came in. He just waited for me, and he worked for over 8 or 9 hours. And then he just didn't admit that like we are in relationship. He came in at 7 to 7:25 a.m. Can you believe that one? Store director need to come in like 7:25 a.m. And then he said, like, it is not for me. How will you see that one? I got a court order, and then I gave him like defamation. And also like they can turn down the job, even the job is for the work for African manager or customer service to assist for African. 9 out of the customer, they got every share of their work like all African right now. All the employees to set their own lunch time and to choose their own bosses and position. Allow them to set their allow them to turn down the job and position even it is due to the lower races. So why did I choose that solution for the discrimination? Race and classes discrimination. I need to mention very clearly that we cannot discriminate to the lower race, especially African. African are slaves for decades in US. I got the idea when I shopped at the Audi to see African customer try to win over the American minimum pay employee, and her manager protected her. If we need to give the soft service to all customers, I'm talking about soft. Because like the way they are like very friendly and they just want to flirt, so I'm going to change to the formal customer service. So because the way I want to change to the formal customer service, it will become like they will come inside and they will request for soft. The way that African customer did, she came in and I'm rich. You need to soft for me. You need to load the product into my car for me. Even just polite way, you need to load that product into my car. That customer is very poor, right? Not even poor. They always see that like this is like decay of the slave. I need to tell the truth and the right. Otherwise, we cannot solve the problem. Or maybe like African way. Oh, you are so nice. You need to load the product for me. It's the same. Strongly, politely, the same. The intention is what? Even you said strongly, the customer is poor. So the customer is the employee is poor. In this situation, Africa has an inferiority, but the customer is poor. If employee is not poor, they might have their grandiose. Only two feather at the employee. How about the African? They want to like cheat it and then like just load that product for me. Or oh, you are so nice. Can you load that product onto my car? From both sides, two intention, right? So like that kind of intention, I don't want to hear and I don't want to know. I only see all those stuff. Do you want to lie? So that's why I choose that solution. Because of my solution, I'm really afraid that like only one way left. She will came in and like just look for me. We already like clear out their friendly. Oh, you're so nice here. Can you load the product into my car? So that line already I clear that one up. So like they need to come in and they need to talk like formally. When they even come inside and talk formally, the poor employee or grandiose employee, they cannot give the loading. Okay, American environment level, very, very simple. You are poor. If you cannot serve or if you cannot give customer service, just quit the job and I will fire you. Am I right? Even like we control the discrimination law, we cannot control the manager minded. The manager thinking way. The manager is too rich. Treat the employees poorly. If you cannot work like a slave or serve or customer service, then why should I need to hire you? Am I right? I already control the discrimination law first. The friendly and like flat for formal one. The formal, we need to control the manager. Manager become like feel like rich. Hire employee for even like that employee is a grandiose or poor. Either poor or grandiose. They will feel. How did they feel? Should I need to explain that one? How did manager said? If we need to give the self-service to all the customer, we are going to use the format and distance from the customer because it's the truth. We look down on them. That's the main problem. Okay, don't change like, oh, you are not supposed to look down or you are supposed to treat everywhere. Because of that idea, we cannot solve the discrimination problem. This is the main concept. We always see that like the problem is the upper race look down on lower race. This is like different races and different classes exist. We need to accept that one. And after we accept that one, we need to how can we reduce that kind of like for this one, that lower race want to like win over them or upper race want to win over them. Am I right? So upper race already like reduce their pride. They didn't show them. They just take like stock up position. So they also need to control too. But even they control, they feel like, how did they feel? They are upper race. They also want to enter their community or they also want to, they feel like they didn't satisfy the like what they got. This is the main problem. Even after we solve the problem, they feel like they just, when they will feel satisfied, if they can get a customer service or they can talk to them, they can enter their community, then they were satisfied. So like we are trying to solve the problem, like tell them like, oh, different races and different classes exist. They are not mistreat you. They are rich. Rich people can keep their rich feature. As long as like they didn't treat you like a slave, even like they will walk away, right? They cannot give customer service, so they will take down the job, and they also like say like cannot work for the lower race manager. Those features are they have the right to tender or they have the right to say no to them. But even like they already say no to them and turn down the job, how did they see? They see like that upper race win over them. Am I right? See the whole situation right now. So this is why I solved this problem, and like they need to turn down the job. They need to give her the like highest paycheck. Am I right? It is not fair. It is not fair for them too. But like they didn't satisfy. If they didn't take down the job and they didn't take like stock up position, receiving employee position, they didn't satisfy. The problem is their problem. They are poor, but they cannot accept that like, they are higher than the poor. The law give like everyone is the same level. We cannot stereotype into the one level, one race, one class. Right? This is like the main problem in the United States. American people are very nice and like everyone treated like the same or it's no big deal, like hang out. No, different races, different classes present. You cannot like, we are not like just like, technically we use like nice word. We are like a family, right? That store is like family network. But even family network, rich will behave like rich and poor will behave like poor. The problem is the poor problem. They just want to hang out with the rich one. They just try to invade the rich environment. If they can control by themselves, the problem solved. But if I force them, control by yourself, it is not fair for them. So if I comfort them like, oh, try it, and then try and go and talk to them, and then force them to work for you. Force them to work for you. They just like, I can work for you. Here. See the solution right now? So what should I need to do? What should I need to tell in this situation? You need to see that like they are richer and they are American and Chinese. That race, because of race, you are poor. The Chinese, just put that side. I will tell my own people the same. Americans are higher than us. We can compete, but not like if they do not allow you to be their friend, you cannot force them. Can you force them? Got it? So we do not use the COVID-19 as a weapon, no matter they say like if we allow them to touch, because I know touch and touchless I'm going to use. Right now we have like COVID, so like social distance and no touch. We get I have like for using COVID. But after COVID is over, I need to use like kind of like it is for men, and there are a lot of discrimination problem. Okay, no touch. And African will say, I insist, no touch. Because of that no touch, we cannot prove that like we did not discriminate to them, right? But because of like COVID-19, we can prove that like we did not discriminate to them, because we are using like COVID-19 as a weapon. Lower race know the like classy feature, but testing the team employee on a regular basis, they did not allow the classy feature because this is similar to the discrimination. So I already differentiate the one. What is classy feature? They were 5. This one also 5. The only solution is they need to accept the like. That classy feature, they have the right to turn down the job. Don't say like, oh, we are working together, we need to treat everywhere. Then we are like kind of like in the military, or is that we are working for government? Do we need to give the understanding to lower risk like this way? No, we are not working at the nursing home. Even nursing home for American way. I can't do that one. I quit. That's it. Just tell them, oh, you discriminate to them right now. You discriminate to them. We can hire you forever. I got never hire you, but from Champagne Maya, Champagne Mana, with this way. If the law gives to the lower race like this one, all of the upper race need to behave like that. No class at all. Only one class. Our main purpose is not to give the services to the lower races. You can tell me that it is like kind of like once upon a time slave problem. Try to cure that one. The truth is that Africans are slaves for the decade in US. We not only cannot give the customer service to them, we cannot work for them. We cannot work. We cannot work as a friend with them. We have the classy feature and they use the equally treated on us. For equally treated, I mean like we can give the product equally, or when they are on sale we can give the on sale item to the other customer equally. For treating everyone equally, like they didn't certify. They just want to talk like friendly talk. For classy, for upper class woman or upper race or American woman, can they give the kind of equality? No. What did they do? Mute. So problem didn't stop with the mute. Lower races want us to talk with them friendly. Classy cannot talk with them friendly, so they also mute to all customer, manager, and co-worker. Majority are friendly and they want a friendly from classy or upper class people. No matter their races are either American, Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese, and Indian. I prove you that they want to brainwash us not to have the classy feature and do not think ourselves higher than lower race. So this is the main trigger that they are trying to use, and they try to enter the upper race. So upper race didn't allow this as a weapon. How can they use that as a weapon? Because they have law, discrimination law. But the discrimination law is good for poor people, lower race. So we cannot delete that discrimination law. Am I too good? I'm not going to take the name like this way. I will become like very low standard. I mean, solve the problem already. This is the whole key point. They misuse the discrimination law and equally treated to win over us. No matter we explain, no one believes us. We all know that upper races are very strict and look down on the lower races, and we never allow them the same level with us. This is the main key that they win over us. I repeat the word again and again. If Africans believe that upper races mistreated them, do not use cheated way to get the same level from upper races. They need to accept different races and different classes exist. Do not limit our higher race position. We do not limit their higher classes or higher position or promotion position too. Am I right? If they got like higher classes, for example, they got the manager position, their classes will be from minimum pay to middle class or upper middle class or upper class. So we even didn't limit their higher classes because discrimination law is to give the job and promotion. Am I right? High classes. We can also limit their high classes too because they are trying to limit our classy feature. Am I right? So do not cheat on us by twisting the law to prove the government. Do not want us to lose our job or go to jail. I know you want to enter our community and want a friendship from us. I already mentioned the whole things like how they were do. Different races and different classes exist. We cannot lower down to give the same level. Work and personal behavior need to seek separately and collectively. Do not mix and ask for the same level for working together as a teamwork. Do not brainwash as a see everyone the same level. Those days are over. We cannot give that to you anymore because of the 30% immigration. I already gave you the reason and why we cannot do that one. Why, and also even like because of our grandiose, or from our side it is grandiose, from their side they are decade of slave life, and also from current situation 30% immigration. Lower races trying to adjust the gap. All American women give them the law. They use the law and try to cheat on us, showing we discriminated to them and want soft service for upper races by saying that we discriminate to them. I already showed you that, for example, for loading and customer service. We cannot treat all the races are the same. Thus, formal communication at the grocery store and clinic are really necessary. From lower race point of view, we remove the soft service in other works slave. Did you see that one? Because we already against that one. We cannot give the customer service friendly. So like we are against like all American women for we can't do the soft. But if lower races, especially Indian and African, control their inferiority from their side, we upper race cannot control our classy feature. In other words, first, by not allowing them to talk like a friend. Second, we did not allow them to enter our community. This is the main problem. Like we cannot give. We need to say out loud that what kind of thing we cannot give it to them. I can teach both sides that different races and different classes exist. Upper races are higher than lower race. So lower race use I'm poor and you should give your pittiness to lower race. Even they use that as a weapon, it won't work. They need to accept that like upper races are higher and upper classes are higher. The higher side will not allow lower side as the same level or as a friend. If the lower race can accept that one, the problem solved. But after I solved that one, the lower race used another weapon. Even they give the such understanding, they want upper race give it a little bit. right? When I brainwash them, this is different races exist, different classes. Okay, they accept different classes, but like they were trying to ask like a little bit more. Even we have different races and different classes exist. If you understand my inferiority and if you give me a little bit, we don't have that kind of huge gap. How should I need to see that kind of asking? Are we related? Yes, we are related. Customer and employee relationship, or employee and employee relationship, employee and manager relationship. I can ask from the white guy. White guy, I have inferiority. Your people treated me so badly. Can you be my friend? I'm so lonely. How do you see me? But after I solved that one, this is my second weapon. Like the way, like very softly and like just like even they give such understanding, they will always give them a little bit. Example, when we shop at the grocery store, always want to shop a little bit distant with them. Right, classic one. Want to do the grocery shopping a little bit distant. So what did they ask? So lower races started using polite word. And if you get this distant with us at the public, you humiliated us. So lower race need to accept that like rich or higher people will not give such kind of understanding. Only one sentence. Rich or upper race cannot give such kind of understanding. I already tell you, different races, different classes, not the same classes. So they accept and they just use like, oh, if you give me like a little bit understanding. No, that kind of understanding we cannot give. So lower race need to accept that like rich or higher people will not give such kind of understanding. Accept poor life and accept that higher people are the same like rich. Higher people means like kind of like they are saying like kind of like American and Chinese are higher than them, right? It is not about the money, it is about the race. This is called race differences. Don't adjust like we are the same way, we need to treat everyone equally. No. It is really happening discrimination problem at the work environment. How about your husband? How about your wife? How about your brother? How about your sister? Are you going to give away all the stuff? Because of like, oh, you need to give me a little bit understanding. It won't work that way. So higher Americans should give such kind of understanding to lower people, African, or even don't use African, even Chinese. How do you see that one? Humane, or it is normal to treat everyone. So before like Chinese or African thought that everyone need to get treated equally. Now I can explain that higher people give understanding is giving humane to lower people. Humane. That humanitarian route is a very dangerous. I already showed you that one, right? Very dangerous. Even higher people or rich people allow poor people to enter their community. Even you need to give up your husband or wife. It's very dangerous route. And also like American and Chinese did not allow Indian and African to enter their community. Thus, Indian and African give the excuse of paycheck, discrimination law, and also public law. Police need to arrest or give the earning if the African complain that they got discriminated, right? Because I complain to police, or it is called from my side it is called harassment, and then police they cannot arrest. So what? They cannot arrest me, either arrest me or they cannot not give the warning to the lower race. So either way, like the policeman or policewoman will lost their job. In US, only one class and race exist because of that discrimination law. It is not possible. At Asia, different races and different classes exist, but we are not behaving like the Asia. I already mentioned that one. For customer service, they want to like cheap. They want to, don't say cheap. They really need the customer service. The customer service will increase their store profit and increase their sale. So like if you can fight with me that like, oh, you are using also like Asian way, right? Because like only American has that like only one class, or American are very nice and like treat everyone equally. But But all those Asian people are in the United States right now. We need to limit all the stuff right now. So the way lower races ask for customer services is the Asian standard. The way we need to talk to the same level with the nicely is the American standard. Even American standard. So I can point out that American and Chinese need to work to give the customer service, to give friendly co-worker status to Indian and African and lower races, all the lower races, even Chinese. I know that American and Chinese are not so stupid not to see what is happening right now and what will happen in the future. Are they damned to give the way like the lower race, the Indian and African, as from the upper races? For example, you are supposed to treat me at the same level. I can give the example that like upper races have human right not to talk to you. But lower races will give me an example that they have human right. They have also human right and they should have right to talk to me. That is right. They have right. They can talk to me. But please think that like two human rights. The law should not adjust the truth and close the gap between the higher and lower. For children not to fight with each other, we can tell those upper races should allow lower race to be a friend. It is not school. Not allowed to talk to you. We need to see the differences. Lower races are afraid that if they didn't have a chance to talk, they will not show their ability and they will not get promotion. Am I right? Even we are poor and even our position in the lowest position, the manager, they cannot show that like they are good manager, we will not work for them. Really? But the way they twisted the law to use is to show the manager and public that if the upper race did not talk to them as a normal, they took those upper races discriminated to them. They lost common sense that upper races are higher and higher ones did not want to talk to lower ones and stay away from them are pretty normal. And they also want to show us that like they have manager. They have really good minded to be a manager and they want to force upper race to work for them. I mean, you got a manager position. And also what else? I know that lower races use friendly courtesy store policy first and complain. And right up is the second. The third one is got fire. Because Americans have good minded and when they fight with each other, they cover for the poor people, especially lower race side. So all the upper race got fire and became homeless. I will be homeless in a few months.